What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Kakashi with the Dragon Sage, and I'm bringing you just in time. What if Naruto is Tobirama slash Izuna Uchiha's grandson, part 4. Now, the light goal for this will be, I'll hit you guys with an easy one since y'all been showing me unconditional love. The light goal for this will be 10. 10 likes on this video. I'll drop the next part. You already know what's going on. Anyways, so Naruto has just left the village for 3 years. As he's been training at the fire temple, as they have offered him a position to become part of the Guardian Shinobi 12, as Naruto has declined, but he will accept their training, as they are at least happy about that. As I'm gonna say, Chiriku was alive a little bit earlier, as he trains Naruto, as Naruto learns a new style called the Gift of the Sages, which, if you guys watched Naruto from my OGs, anyways, yeah, from my OGs, you guys would know what the Gift of the Sages is. Chiriku used it, where he took a stance, and then this thing right here popped up behind him and just started throwing fists out of nowhere, boy. It was like the spirits that was freaking busting up Kakuzu and Hidan. But even though he still died, but he was busting them up, don't get me wrong. Asuma could use it too. But anyways, yeah. Naruto has trained with Chiriku and mastered that for 3 years. As this was just a good thing to do, because it just gave me an opportunity to make this plot even better. So Naruto has changed up his look a lot. His white hair has grown out a little bit more. It's about like as long as this is right now. His eyes are still red. As Naruto has unlocked his Mangekyo Sharingan, as he had came really close with one of the monks and became best friends with him over one of the 3 years. And then they went on a mission together for the mission. Naruto completed the mission. But when he looked back, his friend was gone. He didn't even notice that he was gone. As then he seen him with a sword through him, stapled to a tree. Or stuck in a tree with the sword right through him as he died. As Naruto began to cry. As then he opened his eyes as it was a Mangekyos. That's how he unlocked it. Anyways, we go to Naruto. As Naruto wears black fishnet. A whole black fishnet, black fishnet undershirt, as he wears a white hoodie with a black Senju sign on the back. So a white hoodie with the Senju sign on the back, and a Uchiha sign on the sleeve, like on the shoulder part of the sleeve. As he wears black shinobi pants with white ninja tape and old school shinobi sandals with a black sword. He also wears a black Senju headband it's a black headband with the white Senju sign on the front. So yeah, as Naruto decides, it's been 3 years, and now Naruto and Tsunade is 16. This is Naruto 16. This is Tsunade as a 16-year-old. Dang, my boy Naruto got all of that. That's all Naruto. Anyways, as Naruto's like, it's time to go. As he tells Chiriku thank you, as he bows to him, as Chiriku is like, don't forget to practice and meditate. As Naruto's like, I will not forget. As soon as he leaves the temple, he stretches, saying, wow, I haven't really been that far away from the temple, you know? It's going to be good to get out. As he starts jumping from tree to tree. As Naruto is jumping from tree to tree, he senses something as soon as he gets close to the Leaf Village. As he's pretty far, kind of. I'm going to say he's pretty far. He's taking a long route because he wants to adventure a little bit. But as he gets to one of the forests, it's nighttime and it's raining outside. As Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru are on a mission as they're running. As Tsunade has taken her little brother, Nawaki, with her. As Nawaki is running really fast. As Tsunade was like, Nawaki, slow down. Because this was an important mission. As Nawaki's like, I'm fine, big sis. You know how I am. I'm the strongest Senju alive. As he's running still. As they're all running. As Nawaki's running, Tsunade, Orochimaru, and Jiraiya stop. As Nawaki is still running. As Tsunade says, let's take a break. As he's like, no, I'm not going to take a break. I'm going to keep going. As then Tsunade notices a whole field of paper bombs Nawaki is about to jump into. And she's like, Nawaki, no. As he's about to land, a white flash appears across the field, snatching Nawaki up. And then on the other side, Naruto is holding Nawaki, looking back at the field. as Jiraiya, Tsunade, and what's his face? Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru go running up to Nawaki. Actually, no, cross that. Naruto did that, but Tsunade's over there crying because she didn't see Naruto because he jumped into a ravine, but she was able to see one of the paper bombs on the side, knowing that it was a trap. So she seen Nawaki jump in there, and then she just didn't see nothing, but she did hear an explosion, boom, because the thing was it was a trigger for anybody's presence that was sensing it. The trigger would go off, but Naruto snatched him up. The only thing Nawaki got was a bruise on his ankle. And Tsunade's on the ground crying, as Jiraiya and Orochimaru are comforting her, whatever. As Naruto walks up with Nawaki saying, "Are you guys alright?" As Tsunade notices that voice, as she looks up to see Naruto holding Nawaki in his arms, as he's okay. As he's like, sorry, sis. As as Tsunade jumps up, hugging the both of them tightly. As she kisses Naruto on the lips, as Naruto's like, as he just accepts it, as he kisses back. As Naruto's like, wow, I forgot how that felt, as he smiles. And she's like, thank you for saving my little brother, Naruto. As Naruto's like, no problem. I was just swinging by, And I seen him, and I swooped him up really fast. And she's like, you were just in time. As Naruto's like, well, shall we be heading back to the village now? Did you guys complete your mission? Yeah, we completed it. We were just heading back now. As Naruto's like, alright. As Tsunade heals Nawaki's ankle. And she's like, you're lucky Naruto was here, or else you would have been dead. As Nawaki's like, yeah, thank you, Naruto. As Naruto's like, no problem. Once they all arrive back to the Hidden Leaf village, Naruto and Tsunade go to Tsunade's house as they stay the night there. As Naruto's seen her in her mission outfit, but he wonders what she wears now, just during the daytime. As she wears a fishnet short sleeve shirt. Oh snap! She wears a fishnet short sleeve. She wears a fishnet short sleeve shirt with a belly white shirt on, with a red skirt, with short fishnet pants and ninja sandals. And she wears her hair up in a ponytail. As Naruto gets up seeing this, he sees her getting dressed right in front of him. As Naruto immediately turns the other way like, no. This is not gonna happen. As Tsunade's like, we're 16 now, Naruto. Stop being such a child. As she laughs at Naruto. As Naruto's like, how did you know I was awake? And she's like, just trust me, I knew. As Naruto just jumps out of the bed. As Tsunade just hugs him. She's like, thank you for saving my little brother's life. As Naruto's like, no problem. I'm glad I can help you in any way I can. And she's like, you did more than help me, As Naruto just looks at her as he smiles. As he's like, well, what did you plan on doing today? Well, today? I really didn't have anything to do. I think me and Nawaki were just gonna go for a walk to the Hokage's office. As Naruto's like, I see. I had to go there anyways too, to tell the Hokage that I'm back. And she's like, well, let's grab Nawaki and go. As they get Nawaki, as they're walking to the Hokage's office, as they arrive, they knock. Come in! As Naruto walks in saying, long time no see, old man. As Hiruzen's like, no, Naruto! As Naruto's like, yes sir, it's me. As he's like, how was your training? As he's like, oh, it was great. Would you like to see my progress? As Hiruzen's like, of course I would. Naruto's like, alright. As they walk out. As Naruto says, how about a little spar? As Hiruzen's like, fine by me. As Naruto takes his fighting stance. As Hiruzen does. As Naruto says, you make the first move, old man. As Hiruzen's running at Naruto. As Naruto takes the stance of the sages. As then a man appears behind him. He wasn't a real man, but this man was a spirit. As then a whole bunch of fists just go flying through the air. as they're hitting Hiruzen, making him spit out blood, as they're just hitting him like doom, 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 doom. They're just hitting that man's, bruh. Then it hits him so hard he flies back and lands up against the wall. Or the tree. As Hiruzen's like, what was that? As Naruto closes his eyes and undoes the sage jutsu. As he's like, it's called the gift of the sages. I learned it while I was training with Chiriku. Now me and Chiriku know that jutsu, and we're the best at it. And Tsunade's like, impressive. That's Noaki's like, cool. How did you learn that? Well, it takes a long time of meditation. I was gone from the village for 3 years, after all. As Tsunade's like, yeah, that kind of went by fast, didn't it? As he laughs. As Naruto's like, yeah, it did. As then Tsunade's like, well, we should probably go check on him. As they run over to Hiruzen, as Naruto's like, oh man, you alright? As Hiruzen's like, of course I am. I'm the third Hokage. That wouldn't have been enough to defeat me. But I am impressed. You could definitely defeat me right now if you were going all out. As Naruto's like, yeah, well, maybe. As Kurama says, stop being modest, Naruto. You know you can beat him. As Kurama and Gyuki are back to their original sizes. As Gyuki is like, yeah, Naruto, you can definitely beat him. As Naruto just laughs at them. As Hiruzen's like, who knows? Maybe you should become the fourth Hokage. As Naruto gets surprised at this. As Naruto's like, maybe. As Hiruzen's like, well, I'll be heading back to the office now. As Naruto's like, alright, Hiruzen, I'll see ya. As Nawaki says, As then he sees his friends running towards him, saying, Nawaki! As Nawaki says, hey, guys. As Nawaki says, alright, big sis. Naruto, I'm going to play with my friends. See you later. As right before Nawaki goes, Tsunade says, wait, come here. As Nawaki's like, wait, what? As he goes to Tsunade, as Tsunade kisses him on the forehead. As she says, be safe. Goodbye. As Nawaki smiles and blushes and runs towards his friends. As then Tsunade says, now for you. As she pulls Naruto's collar. As Naruto's like, what? As she kisses Naruto on the lips. As Naruto kisses back. This kiss lasts for about 1 minute. As then finally, Tsunade breaks it. And she's like, how about we go get something to eat? As Naruto's like, that sounds good to me. As Naruto's been doing missions for the Fire Temple, which pays a lot more than the Leaf Village. As Naruto is what you can kind of say, in our day, a millionaire type stuff. Anyways, they go to the barbecue shop. As Naruto's like, well, they're standing outside of it. As Naruto's like, you're wearing all white. I don't think that'd be a good idea. How about ramen? And she's like, I like ramen. As Naruto's like, all right, bet, we'll go there. And then we'll go for sweet dumplings. As they eat ramen, Taiuchi is still a young lad. Technically, I don't think he'd be born. But I'm making Taiuchi born still. He's going to be born just a little bit earlier. Just a little bit, you know? Anyways. So, they get into eating the ramen. As then they go to the dumpling shop. As they go to the dumpling shop, they see Don and Jiraiya. As Jiraiya is writing down stuff, as Naruto goes behind Jiraiya and looks at the script that he's writing, it's all perverted stuff. As Naruto's like, where did you get all this information? As Jiraiya's like, you can't sneak up on me like that, Naruto. I was doing my research. As Naruto's like, this research, you spy on women, don't you? As Jiraiya gets all nervous as he's like, no. As Tsunade's behind him, cracking his knuckles, saying, so that's what you do, huh? That's why every single time we're training, you have to leave when me, you, and Don train, huh? As Jiraiya's like, no. And she's like, you're gonna get a beating. As if she just freaking beats the crap out of Jiraiya until nighttime. As it's nighttime now, as Tsunade and Naruto are walking through the village holding hands, as there was a festival going on. As Naruto's like, how about we go to that? As Tsunade's like, sure. As Naruto picks her up, holding her legs in his arm, and her head in his arm, as he's jumping from roof to roof. As he tosses her up in the air, and then jumps in front of her, catching her on his back. Yeah. As now he's running. As then in midair, Naruto puts explosion release into his foot, making him bounce up higher from explosions. As he does a front flip with Tsunade on his back. As then they land on top of the Ferris wheel. As Naruto does a wood style jutsu that makes a plank for them to sit on. As Naruto and Tsunade sit up on the plank looking at the sky. As Naruto says, "Wow, the village hasn't changed one bit." And she's like, "Yeah, you're right." As Naruto's getting a bad feeling. As he's like, "I haven't seen Nawaki in a while. Have you?" As she's like, "Well, no, I've been with you all day." As Naruto's like, "Come with me." As Naruto just disappears. As she senses him, as she follows him. As they're jumping right next to each other. As Naruto and Tsunade see Nawaki right by a tree getting beat up by his friends. As Naruto jumps down saying, "What's going on here?" As his friends say, "What are you doing here?" As Naruto's like, "What are you guys doing?" As they're like, No, nothing. He. And Naruto's like, "You guys will pay." As Naruto's eyes change from the three Tomoe Sharingan as they begin to spin rapidly until his three Tomoes extend, going into his Mangekyo Sharingan. As he looks at them as they're like, "Yeah, run!" As Naruto is about to freaking destroy them, as Tsunade holds his hand back saying, "I know, I want to kill them too, but we can't. They're just children." As Naruto closes his eyes, as he walks over to what's his face, Nawaki, as he's like, Are you alright? Are you alright, Nawaki?" As Nawaki's like, "I'm fine." As Naruto helps him up, saying, "We should get going. It's getting late." As Nawaki's like, "Right." As they walk home. Well, guys, that's the end of part 4. If you guys want part 5, like I said, like goal for this will be 10 likes. So, yeah, Dragon Sage, gang, we out of John.